Welcome to today's episode, where we follow Carlos, a first-year student, as he visits the registrar's office to register for college classes. Ms. Thompson, can you describe the typical atmosphere when students come in for enrollment?
Absolutely. During registration periods, our office is lively but organized. We aim to create a welcoming environment since many students, like Carlos, feel both excited and nervous about starting college. Staff are ready to answer questions and guide students through the process.
That sounds supportive. For students new to the process, are there specific steps they should take as soon as they arrive?
Definitely. Students should first check in at the front desk, bring their student ID, and be prepared to discuss their academic goals. Having relevant documents on hand, like transcripts or test scores, can streamline the conversation.
Let's dive into the conversation. Carlos starts by introducing himself. Good morning, I'm Carlos. I'm here to register for my classes. Ms. Thompson, why is a clear introduction important in these settings?
A polite, clear introduction sets a professional tone and helps staff immediately identify your needs. It also shows respect for the administrator's time and ensures you start off on the right foot, especially helpful if English isn't your first language.
Besides stating your name and purpose, are there other useful phrases students can use?
Absolutely. Phrases like, I'd like to ask about course selection, or could you help me understand the enrollment process, are both effective and courteous.
Carlos encounters words like enrollment, credits, and prerequisites. Can you break down these academic terms for our listeners?
Certainly. Enrollment means officially signing up for classes. Credits are units that measure academic progress. Think of them as points earned per course. Prerequisites are courses you must complete before taking more advanced ones.
That's helpful. Are there any common misunderstandings about these terms among new students?
Yes, many students confuse electives optional courses with requirements, which are mandatory. Clarifying these early helps students avoid registration errors.
Carlos asks, what courses are available this semester? And when does registration close? Why is it important to use direct question forms in academic settings?
Direct questions help you get precise answers quickly. For example, do I need to take a placement test? Is more effective than stating, I'm not sure about the placement test. Staff can then respond with clear information tailored to your situation.
Can you give examples of both open and closed questions students might use?
Of course. An open question could be, could you explain the registration process? A closed question might be, is registration open until Friday?
Carlos uses polite requests like, could you help me understand the course requirements? How does politeness influence the outcome of these administrative interactions?
Politeness builds rapport and encourages staff to go the extra mile. Using phrases such as, may I ask, or would you mind explaining, signals respect and helps maintain a positive, professional atmosphere.
Are there scenarios where a more formal tone is especially important?
Yes, particularly when discussing sensitive topics like academic performance or appeals. Formality demonstrates that you take the conversation seriously.
Carlos wants to know, do I need to choose electives now? Ms. Thompson, how should students approach selecting required courses versus electives?
Start with required courses for your major or degree. Electives offer flexibility to explore interests. For instance, a business major might take a creative writing elective to enhance communication skills. Balancing both ensures steady progress while keeping your studies engaging.
Can making the wrong choice affect graduation timelines?
Absolutely. Skipping prerequisites or missing required courses can delay graduation. That's why careful planning with an advisor is essential.
Carlos asks, what's the deadline to enroll? Why is it vital for students to track registration deadlines closely?
Missing deadlines can mean waiting an entire semester to enroll in required courses. Many institutions have strict cut-off dates, so it's crucial to mark your calendar and set reminders. Some colleges even have waitlists if classes fill up quickly.
How can technology help students stay organized and avoid missing key dates?
Many universities offer online portals with automated alerts and calendars. Apps like Google Calendar integrate with email reminders to keep important deadlines visible.
Let's talk about academic advisors. Carlos meets with you for guidance. What exactly is your role during registration?
Academic advisors help students make informed decisions about courses, majors, and graduation requirements. We answer questions, resolve scheduling conflicts, and offer resources for academic support. Think of us as coaches for your educational journey.
Are there services students often overlook when meeting with advisors?
Yes, many students don't realize advisors can connect them to tutoring, counseling, or study abroad programs. We're here to support academic and personal growth.
Carlos uses clarification strategies, such as repeating back information. So, I need to register before Friday, and I can choose 3 electives? How does this technique help learners avoid misunderstandings?
Repeating or summarizing information, what we call checking for understanding, prevents mistakes and ensures both parties are on the same page. It's especially useful for non-native speakers navigating unfamiliar systems.
Are there other ways students can confirm details during these conversations?
Definitely. Asking, "Did I understand correctly that?" or requesting written confirmation by email are effective strategies too.
To wrap up, we challenge our listeners to practice. Imagine your Carlos ask about registration deadlines, course options, and academic support. Ms. Carlos asks, Thompson, could you model a sample question and answer for our audience?
Certainly. Student, could you tell me what electives are available this semester? Administrator, yes, we have electives in art, computer science, and environmental studies. Would you like a full list?
That's a great example. Listeners, try role-playing with a friend, or record yourself to practice clarity and confidence in your academic English.
And remember, the more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become in real-life conversations. Don't hesitate to ask questions. Staff are here to help.